Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to come on to give my volunteers a very special and genuine and grateful and humble and appreciative and sincere thank you. I could not do none of what we did on yesterday at the food pantry. I hope everybody who does anything, any type of nonprofit events, anyone who puts on anything that has to do with helping the community and helping people and anything that is free, you know how invaluable your volunteers are. I hope you know, because when I tell you that I know I could never, ever accomplish anything. I could never accomplish a successful event if it were not for my dedicated, hardworking, sincere, true volunteers. Your volunteers work as hard as they believe in what you're doing. And I know that my volunteers have to believe in what I'm doing because of the way that they work. I don't even have the words for it. I promise you. What they do, each event, is unbelievable. And this goes back for years. Volunteers are so important, and we need to honor them. We need to give them their due thank you and do justice and do praise, y'all. These people do so much. When I tell you, I'm giving my volunteers their flowers right now, because my volunteers, when I say they work hard, they move things, they keep the operation going. When I gotta run out because my car been packed up for weeks and I think something on the bottom of a pile of stuff and it's not. When I tell you, I am so proud of my volunteers, because when I go, if I'm not in that space, it keeps flowing. It keeps flowing. It keeps flowing in such a way that I just sit back literally and look at the whole thing going. And I think, there's no way in the world I could do this without them. There is no way. So I want to say to each and every one of my volunteers, I am forever grateful to you. I thank God first for sending you to me, because you all are an individual godsend to me, to my life, to Visions Revealed. Me and my husband could not do anything that we do for the community without you. The way that you serve the community. I have been to places in my life, I'm talking about from a little child, where people are giving away things or people are providing a service, and you can feel their spirit, and it's not nice. It's not kind. It's almost like they make you feel like a charity. You hear what I'm saying? I've been around people in my life where they are in the social services. They are in that field where they make people feel as if they are beneath and below. I can remember when my son was born and I had to get on food stamps. And I remember having a caseworker that I wrote a letter on her, and I copied like 10 people. Back then we were writing letters. Wasn't about no email or nothing like that. I wrote a letter to several. I wrote the letter to her supervisor, and I copied a bunch of people on it, and I got my caseworker replaced, because to me she demeaned me over and over and over, as if she wanted to make me feel lower. When I tell you, I appreciate the fact that I don't have to say anything like that to my volunteers. My volunteers treat people with kindness. They treat people as if they are serving them, as if they are the servants of these people, and they are. And when you understand that, you become the most invaluable dedicated, awesome volunteer that anyone can pray for. I have volunteers like that. I thank you. If you want to volunteer for an organization that treats people with respect, dignity, and kindness, then please contact me. I will put the link below this video. We need to serve people as if we are truly servants, because that is what all of our purpose is supposed to be. In one form or another, all of us are supposed to be servants. Servants of whatever group God has placed on your heart to serve. Because we all supposed to be doing that. In one capacity or another, we're all supposed to be a help to one another. So I want to thank my volunteers, because God has blessed me with volunteers who have a heart that matches my intention. I appreciate that. I don't have to tell you to be kind to somebody. I don't have to tell you we don't treat people that way, because I've had to do that in the past. I appreciate that I don't have to do that. And honestly, there was one time I had to do that when I think about it, and that person never volunteered again because they didn't fit. They didn't fit within the, what am I trying to say? They didn't fit. They didn't fit within the organization's heart. You have to have a heart for people to volunteer for me. You have to have a servant's heart. Okay? There is a scripture that talks about God exalting the humble, and the ones that exalt themselves being humbled. So I thank God that I have volunteers that humble themselves. They humble themselves and understand that God will do the lifting. So I thank you. I love you, all my volunteers. You know who you are. Last time I named people, and then I had to keep thinking and thinking. I don't want to forget anyone. So I'm just going to give a collective thank you. I love you. We need you. We couldn't do any of it without you. And you know what? We were short all the people that said they were coming. And I understand things happen and it's okay. But we had a lot of folks that said that they were coming that did not. And some people did reach out, and I appreciate that because it lets me know what I'm working with ahead of time. But there were others who didn't say anything. But those volunteers that were there, they picked up the slack. I appreciate you so very much, because we, people who God gives vision to, when God gives you a vision and you need workers to make it happen, you are truly grateful for those who he sends your way. So thank you, y'all. I love y'all. I hope to see more of you in the volunteer capacity on December 6th. That is the next pantry. But you have to contact me, because there are things that I need to send to you just for you to review, so that you can say you saw those things, and then we can officially have you as a volunteer. All right? Thank you so much. You all have a blessed Sunday. I almost forgot. We served, last month was our first pantry, October the 4th. We served 106 families, and I believe the total was like, of all the individuals in those families, 244 or something like that, 250. But this time, because I ran the report last night, we served 140 families. Now he want to start right now. We served 140 families, and the total people in those families were 344. So we were able, volunteers, what you did yesterday reached 344 people. 344 people. Your hard work, that's what you did yesterday. I thank you. Again, I love you. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to serve the people with you again. Y'all have a blessed day. Goodbye.